Hello everyone, my name is MJ Vilches and welcome to part 8, I think it's part 8 of the creation process of a bond. I wasn't gonna stream today because Mbuddy's gonna stay up and stuff, but he's probably eating pizza right now because yeah, Mbuddy's probably one of the only guys who watch the streams. But anyways, today, since I'm gonna be, working on a background today, this is going to take like probably about 30 minutes or something like that to make. So without further ado, I'm just gonna go and do it. So yeah, for the background, I'm actually going to do a little bit of cheat. It's not gonna be in 2D. I'm actually gonna use a 3D object for the background. I think the fastest way to do this would be, I'm gonna go, hey there, Michael the Furry Cat, welcome to the stream. Great work on the fan-made Sonic the Hedgehog game thing that you did. So yeah, I'm just gonna go cursor to world origin for this one. And yeah, for the background, this is the only thing I'll do. I'm gonna go add a mesh, Shift A, and add a cylinder. And then I'm just gonna mess around with the settings here. I'm gonna turn off the cap. I'm gonna set it to nothing. That would be the top part. So yeah, Blender's for this project, a bond. The Blender's lagging like crazy because there's really a bunch of keyframes now. And Blender's not handling it well. I mean, Blender can't handle the many keyframes that are in here. I'm then going to set the radius to, oh boy, the lag is strong with this one. Every time I make changes, it just lags, man. Yeah, this might make the stream longer than it should. Oh boy. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn off, I hope this works. I'm just gonna turn off on the viewport Aries for now. And then I'm just gonna set the radius of this to 1000. Probably 100 will do. Let's see. Oh boy, it's still lagging. Whoa. I'm gonna have to go to layout for this. I guess it lags because it's in 2D animation. Yeah, okay. Now there we go, 100. Hey, Mbuddy, welcome. Just keep eating that pizza. I think it's, oh boy, come on, stop lagging. I think it's not good to sleep right before eating, especially if you've eaten a lot. But I'm not really sure on that one. I'm gonna add depth. The lag is really strong. I'm gonna turn off it's still lagging though. I turned it off, but it turned itself back on. What the heck's happening here? Oh well, just gonna go to edit mode for this one then. And scale it on the Z-axis. It's the same thing. Now it's not lagging. Yeah, Blender's bugging out a lot. Probably because of the many keyframes that I added on the on the 2D grease pencil. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's big enough. Just gonna I'm gonna set this to shade smooth and then let's check out how it looks. And yeah, that's just the background. All I need to do is add a texture on that. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go to shading. I'm gonna add a new workspace. Go to shading. And yeah, like I said in previous parts, I want the background to loop as well. So that's also going to be happening. And yes, Mbuddy, I think you're, after watching a lot. Where did this default OBJ came from? Oh boy. Yeah, the scene's getting heavier and heavier. I'm just gonna add a new material here. Call this BG for background. I'm gonna set this to... Actually, I'm not gonna set that to anything. I'm just gonna go to texture. Or I think I need to go to converter first, then color ramp. And I'm just gonna plug that into the color, the base color. And I'm gonna go texture. I'm only gonna be using noise texture for this. And I'm gonna change the color to kind of brownish, dark brown. And set the scale down. And I'm probably gonna plug this into the displacement as well, or the normal. I'm gonna go converter. I think I need to go to vector. Maybe normal. Vector, normal. No, not normal. Vector, bump. I'm gonna plug this into the height. And then plug this normal here to normal. And then I'm gonna reduce the specularity to nothing. Probably add a bit there. And then just roughness to probably kind of higher. I'm just gonna set the metallic a bit higher. And then make the color here kind of brownish. And we have a lag again. Kind of reddish like that, I guess. And then input, I need the texture coordinate, and I'm gonna set it to generated. Let's see what the distortion does. I think I'm gonna add some kind of distortion here. Probably not. Maybe 0.5 will do. Make this 30. And then I want to add vector mapping right here. And I just want to scale this to the Z. No, not Z. Maybe Y. Not Y. X? Yes, X. Just so we have that kind of line going on there. Let's reduce the distortion for a bit. And reduce the scale. Yeah, that works. Maybe 2. Looks like wood. I can probably add a mix node here. I'm gonna color mix RGB. Set this to multiply. And then set this to 1. Set the factor to 1. And I'm gonna go add another texture. Probably a Voronoi texture would be nice for the other color. Let's see. Yeah, we're lagging again. Because, you know, this animation is already having a lot of keyframes. So yeah, that kind of adds like bald spots there. And it's probably fine to add another here, the center. Make it sort of brighter. Excuse me. I'm gonna try something like this. Add a new one. Put it here. Let's see. I'm gonna try scaling up the Voronoi. Also set the vector to generated. $20. Can I increase the randomness to 5? Yeah, it's not looking too good. It's the color ramps that's gonna probably save this, hopefully. I guess I'm gonna make this darker back to being dark. And that may add some really nice, kind of like stone-like textures. So this is the part that's probably gonna take a bit more time. The texture part. It's probably best to make this darker. Probably make this smaller, so that there's more stones there. 30. And I'm gonna play around with the interpolation of the color ramp here. I guess ease works. And I might have to add another yeah, I guess that works. And let's just play around with a Voronoi texture here until we get like a nice look for the background. This will be blurred, the background will be blurred. I just want the black background to indicate some kind of motion. So I guess that's fine. Since Aries is black, I want the background to kind of be grayish. If only it doesn't lag much, this would be easier. Yeah, I think that's fine for the background. We're gonna go back to layout, and I'm just going to, let's turn on the preview of the shader. I'm gonna cursor to world origin, and for this to loop, I actually just need to animate the rotation, so we're gonna do that. I guess I'll have to go to an animation workspace for this one. And then the rotation will need to go to -Z axis. So I'm gonna add a keyframe here on the rotation here, and then go to the end, and a frame after the end I'm gonna add another keyframe, and I'm gonna set this to negative 360. And then I'm gonna set the interpolation of this two keyframes to linear, so that the speed of the rotation is constant. I mean, it's linear. And there we go. It's lagging. Maybe lagging to you, because it is lagging a lot to me. But yeah, that's it. That's the background. I just need to like do some lighting and stuff, and that's something that I'll be working on on tomorrow's stream. But yeah, for the background, that's all there is you need to do. Most of the work will be setting up the shader, the texture, and you have a background that just keeps going. It loops, and the closer it is to the character, the faster it should go. And since I want the background to be farther from the character, I think this kind of speed is enough. Just indicates that the background is far away. And then we'll also have a depth of field, and we can actually kind of preview that depth of field by going. I'm gonna select the camera. I'm just gonna select it here, and I'm gonna go to the render properties. I'm gonna check. Oh, actually, it's in the camera. I'm gonna check depth of field. Let's go to render view. Check render depth of field, and I'm gonna set the f-stop to 0.5. I think that should do the trick, or lower. And there we go. And since the depth of field here in 3D in Blender only works with a 3D object, the 2D grease pencil object won't be motion blurred unless I do something like I'm gonna go to animation again, and I'm gonna select the wing here, and I'm gonna add an effect and blur. I'm gonna add a blur effect. I'm gonna use depth of field blur using camera. I don't think that works, so I'm just gonna uncheck that and just do it here instead. So I'm gonna blur out the, oh boy, lag. Let's see, let's try setting this to 100. Set the samples probably higher for the blur to appear. Use depth of field. Nothing's working. I wonder why. So nothing's working. Maybe it's this one. Oh boy, I set it to the highest. Gotta be careful when putting some numbers here. I don't think rotation will do much. I think it's the size factor of the blur. It's not working though, so there's that. I think the one way I can do this is by compositing. But yeah, I'm also gonna be blurring part of the swings right here, because we're gonna be focusing on Aries' face and this part right here. But yeah, that's it. That's it for the background. Just a cylinder rotating. I also, one of the things that I did not include in the streams is that I parented everything to an empty, which is right here. This is the empty. I parented all of the elements of the Aries of the animation here on an empty, and then I added a keyframe for that empty right here, and Control Tab to to the curve editor, and I actually added a noise modifier for each of the location. That's why this is kind of, it's moving. It's not just, oh boy. Lag, man. So it's moving, it's not just right there static, but it's like it's kind of swaying. And giving that illusion that they're not really staying in place. They're like swaying with the wind as Ares flies. So yeah, that's it. That's it for this stream. Thanks for watching. It's a quick background. And on the next stream tomorrow, we're gonna be doing some lighting, doing the highlights and stuff, and setting up the lighting, etc. So yeah, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Mbuddy, go to sleep. Also, thank you for these people who's given me Golden Doodle Fuels, Magnolia Weathershield, Erick Madrigal, Munie, Tristan Wintle, GulliermoGage, Mbuddy should go to sleep. And yeah, that's all. Follow Doodle Notes Productions to to see more stuff. Also the Doodle Vote. And what else do I need to say? Also, enter the world to awesomeness on Discord. So there's a Discord link on the description below, and I really urge you to join the Discord server that I made, the official Discord server of Doodle Notes Productions, where I'll be sharing some updates and also a bunch of other stuff. You can also explore the Doodly bot, which I programmed myself. So yeah, just go to the link in the description below. And I think that's all. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I've shared something. My name is MJ Vilches, and yeah, gotta go now. Gotta be working on this more, and also Mbuddy needs to go to sleep. So yeah, bye.